There are 2 months left in 2024, and if you use them right, you'll enter 2025 in an amazing spot, making this January feel like the easiest one yet and give you the confidence and proof to know that you are going to hit every single one of your goals and resolutions next year, maybe for the first time ever. And just for the record, if you're seeing this video at any other point other than November 2024, please know that it is absolutely relevant because the whole point of this video is essentially don't wait until January 1st of any year to start. So it sounds cheesy, but literally the time is now, regardless of whatever the date on the calendar is. You don't need to wait around for some arbitrary date or milestone to make your dreams come true. And to make sure that you don't just watch this video and let it all fall out of your head, I'm going to provide some very practical, easy to follow homework steps for you to take. So that way you leave this video knowing exactly how to make the most out of the next 2 months to finally get traction on those big goals that you've always had. Hi and welcome. I'm Amanda, a busy full-time working mom, and I help women just like you thrive in their feminine energy despite all the masculine demands in your life. Below you'll find a link to sign up for my newsletter. I send lots of valuable information about how to stay aligned in your feminine energy. But let's get right into it because I have a lot to share in this video. First of all, what is the winter arc? What does it mean? First of all, obviously take that title with a grain of salt because you can do everything that I'm sharing in this video at literally any point of the year. But the term winter arc specifically relates to, well, any guesses? Yes, you got it right, the winter. Specifically December 1st to February 28th. But disregard those dates. I don't even really want to share them with you because I don't want you to wait until December 1st. If I don't want you to wait until January 1st, why should you be waiting until December 1st? It does not matter. But the winter is specifically a very powerful time to start working towards your goals. It's such a powerful time because everyone else is distracted by the holidays and leaning into the indulgent nature of the holiday season. But you, my friend, you'll be transforming. That's right, you'll be transforming yourself in the background. And just really quickly, for the record, this doesn't mean that we're opting out of the holiday festivities. No way. It just means that you're going to be going through the holiday season with a new identity. Because this is the time that you limit your distractions, you go all in, you build that discipline, you create new habits, and you shift your identity. But here, on my corner of the internet, we do things like this all from the perspective and with the priority of protecting our soft feminine energy. That's right, it's absolutely possible to achieve your biggest and wildest goals while maintaining that soft feminine nature that feels so right and aligned to you. So over the next 2 months when we're digging deep, we are also prioritizing our mental well-being, self-care, and our soft feminine energy, protecting it at all costs. But here are the benefits of leaning into the winter arc. It gives you a head start on your New Year goals. We all know how it goes. January 1st rolls around. On January 1st, we're writing out our goals, we're writing out our resolutions, and we already feel we're starting the year feeling behind because maybe we were too indulgent over the Christmas week. Maybe we drank too much champagne on New Year's Eve. Maybe we're not feeling so hot on January 1st. So by starting now, by starting 2 years prior to the new year, we are getting a head start. So when January 1st rolls around, not only are we so sure of where we're going, we already know it, but we have already put in huge strides towards getting there. And don't worry, I'm going to go into exactly how step-by-step how to do this. So don't worry, that's coming. But when you get a head start, you absolutely have a much higher chance of actually making those big goals of yours come to life in 2025 when you start a few months earlier than you would have if you just woke up on January 1st and were like, okay, what are we doing? Because this way, come January 1st, you will have already built a super strong foundation for yourself and have already started making progress on those goals. And I never claimed to be a scientist, but what I do know from physics is that something in motion wants to stay in motion. So when January 1st, 2025 rolls around, we're just leveling up on top of a level that we've already leveled up from. We're not going from 0 to 1, we're going to like 1.5 to 5. So how do we do it? Let's talk about the winter arc plan. Before you can get clear on where you're going, you need to get clear on where you are. So your first step is to journal on where you are now. The good, the bad, the ugly. Get all those feelings out. And then you're going to do the same thing on where you want to go, your ideal version of your life. And this part of the process, this journaling process, it's not about sifting through your thoughts. It's not about being focused or making selections. It's just a brain/feeling stump, a state of the union. Just where are we? Where do we want to go? Because from there, step 2 is that you will choose 1 to 2 goals to focus on. And I'm going to stop you right there because I know if you're anything like me, you're thinking, I can't choose just 1 to 2. I'm going to choose 5 and it's going to be amazing. It's not going to be amazing. 2 months isn't actually that long. And if you really want to see significant impact on any area in your life, you need to go all in on it and you need to put all of your focus towards it. That's why I really, really strongly suggest that you choose 1 thing to focus on. But if you simply cannot, you have permission to choose 2, but no more than that, because I care about you and your success. I want to see you explode those 1 to 2 areas in your life more than I want to see you make a 10% increase on 5 separate different parts of your life. So you're going to choose the 1 to 2 areas in your life that you know if you just nailed these 2 areas, your whole life would change for the better. You're choosing the 1 to 2 areas in your life that are going to have the most absolute significant impact on the overall scope of your whole life. Next, you're going to choose 3 to 5 daily habits to incorporate. Well, I should say incorporate or take away because it can go either way, right? But you're going to make 3 to 5 habitual changes a day. One of those might be stopping doing something that you know is hurting you or incorporating things that you know will better you. Chances are it's going to be a mix. And it's so important that you make these habits really realistic and doable. They should push you but not discourage you. They should be things that you know if you dedicate yourself to, you can easily accomplish them every day. Because setting goals or habits that are unattainable, they will not serve you. They will hurt your confidence and your progress. And they should support your 1 to 2 focus goals, but they don't necessarily have to be directly correlated. For example, say one of your big goals is something related to business. Well, one of your habits might be that you get enough sleep. You get 8 hours of sleep a night. That's not directly related to your business goal, but of course it is, because the more rested you are, the more mental clarity you'll have throughout the day, and the more that will support you in your big goal of building a business. Now you're going to set yourself up for success for your winter arc. And the first step is to create a mission statement. So that can either be like a brief statement, or you can make like a full page of your like mission story. So something like, my mission for my winter arc is to start my photography business and post on social media once a day in order to market it. Or something like, my mission for my winter arc is to come out of it the strongest version of myself that I have ever been. And I'm going to do that by weight training 5 days a week. Or you can create a whole 1-page story that's a lot more elaborate and detailed. You could talk about the daily habits you're going to incorporate, or the things that you're going to take away, the things that you're going to do in order to support this big goal, beyond just the few direct impact things. It's up to you. But next, you're going to create a vision board. I don't have time to get into the science of why and how these work so well, but they absolutely do, and they're absolutely a part of your winter arc plan. Of course, your vision board should align with the new identity that you are applying to yourself in this winter arc. And it shouldn't just be filled with inspirational images of your dream life or what things will look like when you get on the other side of this winter arc, but of the actions that are needed to take place in order for you to get there. Next, you are going to create a habit tracker to keep you accountable, but also, side note, please note, we are going for progress, not perfection. For you to do 5 things every single day for 2 to 3 months, that would be amazing and honestly pretty unheard of. You're not shooting for 100%, but you're shooting to be as accountable to yourself as possible. Because think about it, the dream version of your life probably isn't actually one where you have no flexibility or no adaptability. You probably don't want such a rigid life forever, right? So that probably doesn't even align with your dream life. But what probably does align with your dream life is doing these things most of the time. Next, you're going to want to refresh your space in a way that aligns with the intentions of your winter arc and your new identity. Which, by the way, if you want to know exactly how to shift your identity in a way that really works, this video is what you need. So back to refreshing your space for your winter arc. Maybe this just means deep cleaning your home or hiring a cleaner to do a deep clean for you, or maybe rearranging your furniture, maybe buying some new little decor items that really speak to you, or some new candles. Anything that you can do to refresh your space and kind of like be a tangible signal to yourself that things are different now. And these changes, they don't have to be big or expensive. Honestly, anything that makes things feel new and fresh and like a fresh start to you is great. Or you can commemorate this shift with something like a new perfume or a new piece of everyday jewelry or some new running shoes. Something that every time you look at it or you put it on, whatever it may be, it's a signal to you that things are new. You've entered a new era. It's just a tangible reminder to yourself of the commitments that you've made to yourself. This can be kind of looped into your 3 to 5 daily habits that you're incorporating. But if you don't already have an established morning and evening routine, during your winter arc is an amazing time to create them, because think about it. When you first wake up in the morning and when you go to bed, not only is your brain most susceptible at that point, so anything that you do or don't do is going to have a big impact on your brain at those specific times of day, but they're also like huge anchors for your day. So it makes sense that you want to intentionally use those times to really solidify and align with your winter arc intentions. And as a soft feminine girly, my advice is to romanticize everything, because when you can romanticize something, it makes it more enjoyable and more fun. So if your goal is to start a new business, get a cute notebook and new pen set. Have a candle that you light every time you sit down at your desk to do work. Have a playlist that you listen to when you're doing your important work. That's just one example, but you can literally romanticize anything. Even if you have a health goal, you can do something like get some new really cute pajamas. It seems kind of unrelated, but nothing is unrelated when you're going all in on something, because in order to do the most at the gym, you need a good sleep. If you're focused on getting good sleep, why not get some good pajamas? On that note, the next piece of your winter arc plan, regardless of what your goal is, regardless of whether your winter arc intention is health related or not, you must have your body in a healthy space. Because of course, your body and your mind must be in absolute tip-top shape for you to accomplish any big goal. So that looks like prioritizing true self-care. Rest, make sure you're getting enough sleep. Nutrition, obviously make sure you're getting your fruits and vegetables, but also things like make sure that you're getting enough protein so your energy is sustained throughout the day, especially breakfast. If you typically have a very carby, especially if you have a sugary breakfast, even if it's something like hearty oatmeal with honey and fruit, like that's not nutritious, but it's not the most conducive to high energy levels. So something like eggs and bacon or avocado toast, something more savory, will sustain you much longer and better throughout the day. And on that note, I don't care what your goal is, cutting out sugar will help support you. Whether it's health related, whether it's business related, relationship related, sugar doesn't do anything to help our beautiful brains. And I get it. I have a huge sweet tooth. I really, really do. But I'm also very aware of the impact that eating a lot of sugar has on me. I'm not a very nice wife when I have too much sugar. I'm not a very nice mom when I have too much sugar. I can't do good work when I have too much sugar. I don't have any energy. It's just no good. I don't eliminate it 100%, but I definitely limit it because it doesn't support literally any of my goals. And exercising is a great way to obviously take care of your body regardless of what your health goals are. And I want to add here something like yoga or Pilates or barre or walking out in nature. Activities like that, those will specifically help get you aligned with your feminine energy. So when you can do something like that, then you're able to accomplish your goals while also maintaining alignment with your feminine energy. So it's kind of like a twofold double whammy activity. You're getting your physical activity in and you're aligning yourself with your feminine energy. Lastly, in the health category is take your vitamins and supplements, especially as we're talking about winter arc. You don't want to get sick. And listen, I have little kids in preschool. They get sick often. However, this year, when they started going, the whole family went on a whole new vitamin and supplement regime. No one has been sick since school started, and that's pretty impressive. So when you're going after these big important goals, staying on top of something like your immunity is incredibly important, especially when you're going all in for 2 to 3 months. 1 week that you're out of commission because you're super sick is a big setback. And of course, if that happens, please take care of yourself and rest. But wouldn't it be nice if you didn't have to deal with that at all? So do what you can. You can only control what you can control, but try to get ahead of it. Next is the importance of becoming mentally ready for your winter arc. And this looks like practicing gratitude and mindfulness. Practices like daily or weekly journaling is really important because it will help you really get clear on your thoughts, which is so important when you're going through a transformative period like this, because it is so important, especially as feminine women, that we are only pursuing things that are truly 100% aligned with us. And sometimes it can be hard to see that. And we need to spend time doing something like journaling in order to actually parse through our true thoughts. We might be pursuing something that on the surface we think is absolutely a goal that we need to achieve. But after a few weeks of journaling, we might come to realize that that's not actually what we want. Maybe it's what we think we need to do because of whatever reasoning, how we were brought up, other expectations that people have of us. But we need to spend that dedicated time with ourselves to really find it out. And the last thing that I want is for you to spend 2 to 3 months going all in on something that isn't actually for you. Some of you aren't going to want to hear this, but a big piece of being mentally ready for your winter arc is going to be manifesting and positive affirmations. And I know some of you are going to reject that from the offset, but it's so important. And I can't get into all of the science behind how rewiring your brain works and why it's absolutely critical for you to level up on a purely scientific basis, but I explain it all in this video here, so please go watch this one next. Planning is key. Plan your months out, your weeks out, and your days. Because of course you need that accountability in order to make sure that you do the things that you set out to do with your winter arc intentions, but it's also so important that you plan for rest. You plan time to prioritize your hobbies and the things that fill you up and the things that make you feel like a person, and that you plan time with the people who fill you up. You know, some people, they talk about a huge piece of the winter arc being going ghost and like ignoring people, and whatever. If that works for you, that's great. And I'm all for tuning out the toxic people and the people or activities that don't serve you. But no matter what you're going through, especially when you're going through a transformation like this, you need the support of those you love the most. So if you're in a relationship, make sure you're still prioritizing your time with your partner and with your girlfriends and your family and anyone who makes your cup feel full and supported. But definitely cut out those time-wasting activities like doom scrolling or time with people who actually don't make you feel good, because it is so important that you protect your energy during this time, because your energy is precious and frankly it's a finite resource. So this all sounds well and good, right? But you'll probably experience some times when you're pursuing your winter arc transformation where it feels hard, where you maybe experience a little bit of doubt. And in those moments, I want you to ask yourself one simple question. What would the best version of myself do? And when you ask yourself that question, the answer is going to become very obvious. The answer is going to be something aligned with your winter arc transformation intentions. But when you frame the question in that way, it almost makes it easier to follow, because the alternative is doing something aligned with the lesser version of yourself, and that doesn't feel good. And the thing is, long-term success is built on tiny little decisions. We are the sum of the, I don't know how many, hundreds, thousands of decisions that we make every day. So one minor setback, one bad decision, one decision that is unaligned with the ideal version of yourself, it's not going to hurt you if you make 99 other good decisions that day. And on that note, it's super important that you celebrate all of the small wins along the way. Life is too short to only give ourselves a pat on the back or a reward when we reach the ultimate end goal, because there is so much to celebrate along the way. So take action now. Don't wait for January 1st. Start right now. And now it's time to get into your practical application homework. These are the steps that you need to take in order to start and make your way through your winter arc transformation. So that way in 60 to 90 days, you are unrecognizable to yourself and to others. You'll be sharper and stronger and more focused and more aligned with your true self and your dream life. The first step of your homework is to select those 1 to 2 focus areas. Step 2 is to determine your 3 to 5 new habits, whether they be new habits that you're incorporating or some habits that you're letting go of. Either way, 3 to 5 positive habit changes. Step 3 is to make your winter arc mission statement, your vision board, and your habit tracker, which, by the way, I didn't mention it earlier, but those can be physical or digital, just whatever's going to work for you. Step 4 is to refresh your physical space. Step 5 is to make sure that you have a health plan in place, regardless of whether one of your focus areas is health related or not. And step 6 is to make sure that you have a plan to make sure that you're mentally sharp. And if you need a refresher on any of these pieces, I'll leave timestamps below so you can click through. Now, if you need a little bit of help with discipline, I have a video right up here where I talk all about how to become disciplined, all while staying aligned with your feminine energy, which is so important because being disciplined in the wrong way can put you very much so in your masculine energy. Don't forget to sign up for my newsletter down below. There's nothing worse than a crappy newsletter, so I promise not to send you one. I hope that you'll subscribe so I can see you next time. Stay aligned.